trying to make it happen in Lebanon despite the turmoil. We go on live with our very own Youmna Naufal.
Thank you, Linda. 2 years ago, Zeina Saab founded the Nawaya Network to empower disadvantaged youth who may not have the tools to achieve their dreams in art, music, writing, or athletics, among other things. But with the Nawaya Network, an online platform was created to offer these children the right resources in order to actualize their potential. It is my pleasure to welcome back in our studios the founder of the Nawaya Network, Zeina Saab. So I'm going to get right to it. You know, I know you'll be launching your mentorship campaign this fall, where people will actually be able to sign up to become mentors. And this is the first program of its kind in Lebanon. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Sure. This mentorship program aims to connect disadvantaged youth who are enrolled in our program to mentors and role models that we find all around us. Generally, they're going to be 18 and above, mostly from universities and the private sector. We recruit them, we partner up with academic institutions and businesses. We train the mentors, we match them with the mentees, our youth, and they meet on a weekly basis for 1 to 2 hours per week for at least 6 months. And then together, they're able to, go down the right path. We keep our youth away from crime, violence, drugs.
I know you said this, I remember last time you were here, you said that the reason why you started this was because for you felt like you wanted to contribute to the underprivileged and you wanted to be able to offer them this outlet in order for them to, get away from crime, etc. So here you are 2 years later, and there's been a lot of work and a lot of things have changed. What's been the biggest change so far?
Well, since last year, when I was here, until now, we've been working intensively on building our online platform, which is on nawaya.org. And this is really what defines Nawaya. It's a different take on empowering disadvantaged youth. We use an online platform where we upload profiles of our youth, we showcase their talents through a 1-minute video, and we give online users, not just in Lebanon, but around the world, the option to support a youth of their choice. And there are 6 different buttons: employ me, train me, gift me, mentor me, sponsor me, and feature me. And so it gives anyone, really anywhere in the world, the opportunity to support a youth of their choice.
And then they get to actually know these youth one-on-one and in depth and get to support. How many underprivileged people are you currently working with?
Right now, there are 16 youth uploaded on our site. We hope that by the end of the year, we'll have about 40. And then we want to continue growing. We don't want to just stay in Lebanon. We want to continue moving beyond Lebanon. We want to become an Arab online network. And already, we've received messages from youth from Morocco and Algeria and Libya and Jordan.
Have you seen the fruit of that labor basically come? Has there been any result?
Definitely. Just the fact that we know that what we do is needed and people are coming to us asking how they can be enrolled in our program tells me that what we're doing is definitely, hopefully one day going to make an impact if we stay on the right road. And so far, luckily, we've been very fortunate. We've been receiving a lot of support from the local community. We have Alumni Central, for example, a network of top students and alumni from around the world who are helping us build our business model because we want to be a sustainable nonprofit. We don't want to have to rely consistently on donations and grants and fundraising to sustain ourselves. We want to generate revenue on our own so that we don't wake up one day and realize we have to scale back our activities. We want to continue to grow, especially with the recession these days. You can't always rely on donations.
And I wanted to talk a bit about that. When you talk about the recession, you talk about Lebanon, and you are somebody, you formed your own NGO, which is not an easy task to take on. So how do you do it? How do you stay sane within, with all the turmoil and everything?
It's definitely not easy, especially since I grew up in the U.S. in, a stable town and security. And moving to Lebanon was not a hard choice for me because I felt that this is what I'm meant to do at this stage in my life. I felt like I had a calling and I found what I wanted to do. What inspires me is that despite the turmoil, there's so much positive energy in society, amongst youth, people who are not giving up on this country, people who want to do good. And so just looking at the initiatives that have sprung up over the last couple of years, from Food Blessed to the Ali Abdullah Foundation for the Homeless to Juice for Charity, a lot of young energy is out there.
I know you get to work with different charities that contribute and help with the Nawaya Network. Do you want to talk a little bit about a couple of them?
Sure.
Can you name them?
Sure. We work with Ayadina Association. We have 5 youth recruited from them. We work with the Amil Association. Mostly they work with refugees. We've got Sudanese refugees on board, Iraqi refugees.
So how does it work? Would you like call them and say, this is what I do? Do you want to contribute? Or how would you do it?
We seek a partnership. Because we realize that it can't be done alone. We need to support each other. So some NGOs might not focus on what we focus on. Maybe they focus mostly on after-school tutoring, on relief, on rehabilitation. So what we offer is something additional, which is obviously for the benefit of the youth in their community. So I think this only motivates them to want to partner up with us, because they value the fact that we focus on the passions of the youth as a way maybe out of poverty one day.
When somebody wants to mentor for you, do they have to have a specific credential, or can anybody mentor?
Anyone can mentor. Obviously,
I can mentor? Could I mentor?
Of course. We would
so
love
what would
for
I
you
do?
to
Would I call and say, listen, Zeina, I want to help out. What can I do?
So the process is basically you apply online, we call you for an interview, and then if you pass the criteria, we invite you for a training session, a 6-hour training session where we get a social worker, a psychologist, and a life coach on board to teach the mentors and instruct them on how to motivate youth, how to keep them going, how to raise their self-esteem.
Will you mentor one person at a time, or is it a group of children?
It's one-to-one. So you would be matched up with a younger girl.
And I think this is great. I mean, I can say this. I think this is great because I think for the children, and I think you've seen this, it just helps them develop their self-confidence, their self-awareness, and what they want to do. And have you seen that already? Because I know you're starting the program in fall, but you've already had some mentors helping out.
We already have youth that we've been actively supporting. This is basically how Nawaya became a little bit more known in the community. Even though we just recently launched our online platform, we had to move forward with at least working with a handful of youth just to show that we're moving forward and what we do does have an impact on their lives.
I want to take this opportunity to congratulate you, because Zeina Saab won the King Abdullah Award for Youth Innovation and Achievement in May of 2013, beating out 365 applicants. Congratulations. What was that like?
It was definitely a life-changing moment for me. I really want to thank the King Abdullah Fund for Development for really supporting young social entrepreneurs in the Arab world.
And also getting recognition for what you do, getting regional recognition for what you do, right?
Definitely. And this is the way of the future, youth innovation. We don't want to be stuck in the ways of the past. We want to be innovative. We want to keep, being creative and thinking outside the box to solve, the traditional problems in our region, which are massive. But the fact that there is a fund out there that supports youth innovation is extremely, commendable.
And I just want to say, on behalf of a lot of children and people of all ages, thank you for staying here and really doing something positive, which is what Summer Insights is about, even though sometimes it's difficult in this region. And thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for that.
For more information on how you can contribute or volunteer, you can log on to www.nawaya.org, or you can check out their Facebook page at www.facebook.com/the Nawaya Network. That was the founder of the Nawaya Network, Zeina Saab, with us. Back to you, Linda.
Youmna.